to this week's video. This week I thought I'd share with you a art haul that I got from Cassarts. Now Cassarts is a UK based art supply shop. They have a lot of really good student grade and professional grade equipment that I do highly recommend. I've used some of their paper in the past, I've used some of their pens in the past, and they also do sell a lot of other products as well, not just their own stuff. I've only ever really used their paper because I'm one of those, I like to try out different art supplies to see what I personally would like to use in the future, and they were very kind when I went over and gifted me some art supplies. This video is not sponsored in any way, shape or form, but they did give me a few art supplies for future videos so that I could try them out and give my honest opinions on them. For this video I'm just going to show you what I've got, and then if you would like me to try out these art supplies, let me know in the comments section down below. Let me know as well your favourite art supply store that you like going to and your favourite products as well. So first, let's dive in. So firstly, this is the bag. It's quite heavy. This is the bags that they actually do sell separately as well, and they're just like sort of nerdy in a way. Like, this is the colour, so this is cobalt teal, and they also give you a little bit of history written on the back about the colour itself. Also a bit of information about other artists and what artists like to use the colours and blah blah blah. So it's really cool that they do this. I've had a few of these bags in the past. I've had the yellow one and I've had a red one as well. And I think it's really nice to not only give a little bit of history with the art supplies that they sell, but also it's really cool. They are really nice bags. Yet again, not sponsored. I just really like a lot of their products. So the first things first that I wanted to share is these soft pastels. Now these are Cassarts' own range. These are artist soft pastels, and there is a fair few colours in here. There's 20 half sticks. Now these are professional and they are light fast. Now I've not had much experience with using soft pastels before, and in all honesty I couldn't give you my honest opinion. I've used pastels in the past when I was very young, when we were first doing art classes, but I really wanted to try this out since a few people recommended that I do a pastel only art challenge, and I thought that would be really fun. So these originally should have been £21.50, and in the sale they were only £14.95. I haven't yet opened these to try them out. You can hear that packaging is fresh, but you know, I think it'll be interesting to try these out. Like I said, I've not got much experience with pastels, so maybe this could be a gateway into me actually using them. So the next thing that I got are these watercolour pencils. Now, yet again, I don't have much experience with watercolour pencils. I kind of went from not using watercolours to using watercolours. So I've not actually tried out a lot of these before, and I've not yet had a go. Originally these should have been £8.95 and they were £6.95 in the sale. They're made from this lovely wood, and I'm excited to see what I think of watercolour pencils, because like I said, I've not got that much experience with them. So maybe I could do a video in the future where I'm comparing using watercolours versus using watercolour pencils. I think that would be really good to give my honest feedback on that, and of course make for a fun video. What else have we got in here? There's plenty of goodies in here. Next thing I picked up, this was free actually. When you spend over a certain amount you get some free stuff in there, which I think is really cool. These are drawing pencils. Now, yet again, I've not really used drawing pencils since I was in GCSE art, which is a long time ago. We don't talk about that. But these are drawing pencils. Now they are graded from HB up to 6B, and I used to do only grayscale portraits in the past, and I thought it would be good to do like a video talking about what the differences between drawing pencils, mechanical pencils, you know, lots and lots of video ideas really. I mainly picked up a lot of these supplies thinking about future videos that I would like to do, and if you guys are interested in any of those, let me know. It'd be interesting to get your feedback and see what you think. Like I said, I really like trying out lots of different things to see what I think, and you know, that's that's the way I just enjoy getting lots of different things and trying lots of different things. Well, not getting lots of different things, I can't always afford that. Anyway, the next thing I got was the synthetic brush collection. Now this is a set of 10 artist brushes, and these are ideal for oil, acrylics or watercolours. Now these were really cheap. It was £17.95 in the sale for these, and this should have been £24.50. But even then, for 10 brushes, now bear in mind you can end up spending around about, depending on where you get your brushes from, anything between £2 to £10 per brush. So the fact that you can get a decent selection here is really, really nice. I mean, they've got a little bit skewy in the bag, but they do look really, really nice. And this brush in particular is so soft. I figured it'd be really good to do like a trying out different brushes and seeing what I think, because in all honesty I've not really found brushes that I go, oh my gosh, I must have these. I just try out lots of different brushes because I think sometimes you can't find the one perfect thing, there's lots of different perfect things. Anyway, I digress. The next thing I picked up was this. Now this was my bargain, I believe. It's huge, 50 whopping sheets of cold pressed watercolor paper. Yet again, this is the Cassarts own brand, and this was £15.50 in the sale, which even at its regular retail price, £17.50 for 50 sheets of cold pressed paper. That's an absolute bargain. Now, from someone who buys a lot of art supplies, this is really good value for money. Even if, because like I said, I've not reviewed it yet, I've not tried out the paper myself to be able to give an honest feedback review, but I really was thinking about like these brushes. I've also picked up some paints as well. For like a proper review, I think it would be really, really nice to try this out. But all that paper, think of all the stuff I could do with that. Oh, it's so exciting. But that's a chunk. It's like, it's bigger than my mouth. So the next thing, I picked up these. These were a professional travel set of watercolor paints. It's an 18 pans with a brush that was already included. Now this was one of the more expensive things that was in this haul. I believe this was about, I think it's either 25 or 30 pounds. I can't quite remember. It doesn't have the price on it. Now I haven't had much experience in the way of professional pans. I've tried out a few different Winsor & Newton ones because I picked them up very, very cheap. And I've only just recently picked up a professional pad, which I've had yet to do a review on to show the difference between professional and student grade paints. And I thought this was really, really good because it is a travel size one. It's really cute and it does come with its own brush, and the paint palettes are all there and all perfect. And I just thought it'd be really interesting to try out and give my honest opinion on them. I'm always looking for a good travel size set because I take my Winsor & Newton palette with me everywhere, and that's like a big 48 pound set, which is about this big, and sometimes that can be quite difficult to travel with. So I was thinking about like this would be really good, especially if I'm taking my sketchbooks with me, to just have that consistently there to be able to work with. The next thing I picked up, a lot of this is branded Cassarts, and the reason why I picked up a lot of Cassarts branded stuff was just because a lot of their stuff is really good quality. Normally when you pick up an own brand product, their product tends to be, because it is cheaper, it doesn't tend to be as good quality as the higher end product. Now from the Cassarts supplies I have tried, I found that I've really enjoyed a lot of them. I've tried out some of their hot press watercolor watercolor books before, and I did really, really like them, and I just thought in the future it'd be interesting to try out. Now the next thing I picked up is this Bristol paper. Now a lot of people ask me what markers, what paper is best used for markers, and I always say, hey, it's marker paper or Bristol board paper. And in all honesty, I've never tried out Bristol paper before, and I don't really like marker paper, so I figured this would be a really good way for me to try them out because other people have asked for a paper review. And hey, it was fairly cheap. It was £4.50 for a pack of 20 sheets, which is 190 GSM. I can't wait to try it out and give my honest feedback on what markers I like on different paper. So there's that. Yet again, branded Cassarts. It's mainly because like when I buy art supplies, a lot of art supplies can be quite expensive, and I find that I do sometimes, hey, I struggle with buying them. What's in here? Now, these is the last things I picked up. So I'm just gonna pop that back down here. The last things I picked up was some brow markers. Mainly because some of my grayscales are running low, so hey, brow marker top up. They weren't too bad. It was around about £2, no, it was £1.85 per marker, because they had a deal on at the time, and I picked up two. The grayscale, both grayscale ones. It's one grey one and ice grey 2. And if people want to know, the difference is when you have a ice grey versus a warm grey, the tone completely changes in different ways. And since I'm doing a lot of grayscale stuff at the moment, I figured, hey, I need to pick up some more markers because some of mine are running low. And the last thing that I picked up, since I've been doing Inktober and Inktober's over and done with, I really wanted to try painting with some more inks, and I had to replace one of them. Unfortunately, that had dried up, which is my Winsor & Newton Carmine ink. And these were £3.85 a pot. Winsor & Newton ink can be quite expensive, I do understand that entirely. And I thought I'd try out this lovely little green called Viridian. I just thought it looked really, really nice. I really love a lot of the box designs for this. I don't actually end up keeping them because it's just ends up taking up too much room and it's a waste of space. But that is everything I picked up from Cassarts. Like lots and lots of different paper, different art materials, different things to try out for future videos. So, is there any art supplies that you guys absolutely adore? Everyone, if you're new to my channel, I love Winsor & Newton markers, I love using mixed media paper, and I pretty much love using my Winsor & Newton student grade watercolors. And I've wanted to branch out and try out different art supplies, but when you're on a budget, sometimes it's quite difficult. And to be able to get quality art supplies on a budget can be quite difficult at a time. So it's really good when you do have art supply stores that do stuff like this, mainly because it makes it so much easier to be able to get hold of stuff that, hey, maybe you've never tried before but you want to try it out, and they can be quite expensive. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I know it's something a little bit different for this channel. I just figured it would be fun to show you guys what I picked up. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. But as always folks, stay creative.